Cyber Patriots, or as Mr. Shu likes to call them, Cyber Terrorists, started terrorizing the interwebs in 2018. According to mathematical wizard Becky Lindgren, Cyber Patriots is not your typical sport.
Cyber Patriots is a competition that simulates being part of a company and you are trying to secure the system from hackers and other possibly dangerous electronic invasions.
For team members, working on an image of either Windows 10, Windows Server, or Ubuntu takes a lot of practice solving the issues within certain malware. Junior Corbin Kinney is confident in his strengths.
I'd have to say I am more experienced with the Ubuntu image that we have, and me trying to go and help with the Windows, it's like I can try and help, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing.
Kinney also finds some struggles.
The most challenging part about Cyber Patriots would have to be figuring out all the problems within the image.
Lindgren thinks that her students are very well-rounded when it comes to working in Cyber Patriots.
I think they like the challenge of being something that's a little bit outside of their comfort zone, things that they can hunt for, and some of the surprises is to things that they are able to figure out.
Junior Christopher Moreno sees an artistic side to working in the computer lab.
I'm very creative when it comes to putting things together and finding different information if someone else can't.
Just like sports, Cyber Patriots has levels of competition. Junior William Halhacker feels that knowing you're winning is most rewarding in Cyber Patriots.
It definitely has to be the sound, a sound that plays when you get something right, and we always turn up our volume so we can hear when we did something right, so that we can all kind of show off that we did something right.
Cyber Patriots had their first competition on October 22nd this year. Kinney thinks his team did rather well despite some difficulty.
Our first competition, I say we did pretty good for the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I'd say. And then me and Chris hit a brick wall and we could not figure out any of the other problems. So after the 2.5 hours, it was downhill.
Lindgren acknowledges Cyber Patriots expose students to a possible career in which there are shortages.
So Cyber Patriots is a competition created by the Air Force, and it's basically a way to get people, students especially, knowledgeable about careers in cybersecurity, and it's a career field that is necessary and is lacking in the number of people that should be there working to keep everything secure.
According to Lindgren, the competition has a few big opportunities when it comes to winning.
There are there's a round 1 and a round 2, and then there is a state round, and all of the teams compete in all 3 of those. The state round, your level of competition depends on how you did in the first 2 rounds. If you happen to do well enough in those 3 rounds, you advance to the semifinals, and then the top 10 teams in the country, or actually around the world, can't get to go to the national finals in Maryland.
Unlike sports, winning a competition in Cyber Patriots is not so much a 50-50 chance, which Lindgren can attest to.
Winning an individual competition isn't really accurate because you can have multiple teams that score the same number of points, but if you happen to be in the top 10, you win a free trip to Maryland to compete in the national finals, and a couple of days stay down there with everything included. So the possibility is very lucrative.
The Cyber Patriots continue to work hard for their next competition. Best of luck to the Elgin Public Cyber Patriots.